Hey geeks, and so today I want to talk about being a cheap creator. So, what do I mean by that? Well, I think for a lot of people out there who's thinking about being a YouTuber or just being a creator in general, they might think it's going to cost a lot of money and a lot of time. And that may be true for some people. I would say that doesn't have to be you. And so I'm going to be showing you like things that are 99% free because I think for a lot of people out there, that's probably going to be the number one thing that they think about is how much is this going to cost and do I have to spend a lot of money? And then secondly, by having these tools, it will save you some time because then you don't really have to spend a lot of time thinking about what you need to create. So let's start off with the obvious one. And this is the one where it's going to be a cost, and that is your camera, or in this case, your phone. Because even though I absolutely love having a real camera, like what I have here, and I also have another camera behind me, the fact of the matter is that is going to be the most expensive thing for most people. And at the same time, most people do not need a real camera. And how do I know that? Well, a lot of people watch TikToks, YouTube shorts, and honestly, quality on those is definitely not the highest thing, especially when you compare it to a real camera. So I would say the most important and expensive tool, just use your phone instead of wasting money. And even when it comes to your phone, I wouldn't really think about spending a lot of money on flagship phones like your iPhones, your Samsungs, your Google Pixels that could cost near $1,000. I have a budget phone. This is a OnePlus Nord N25G. This is less than $200, and there are a lot of budget phones that are less than $200, which will pretty much give you everything you need as a camera. So that is the first, and I would say the most important thing when it comes to your cost of a creator. And this is something that you could definitely improve and upgrade over time. So that's the first thing, and that is the one that is going to cost you money. But now let's look at everything else that is free, okay? So the first thing is your video editor because as a creator, especially here on YouTube and other platforms, video is the dominant thing that you are going to be creating. And in that case, you're going to need some type of video editor. And when it comes to free video editors, there's so many great options out there. For me, I really love using things like Kdenlive, Shotcut, and then my favorite video editor is DaVinci Resolve, and there is a free version, and that is probably going to be more than enough for people out there. And then when it comes to doing things like creating thumbnails, I use a software called GIMP. This is a free photo editing software. It's absolutely amazing. So instead of paying a subscription fee to Adobe for something like Photoshop, you could just use GIMP, or you could go on the internet and get free images, videos, and even some sound effects and music from a site like Pixabay. And then you could use a site like Canva to design really professional looking thumbnails, banners, and many, many other things. So I highly recommend using these sites. And then finally, if you did need to do some type of photo editing in a simpler form, I would use Pixlr. These are all really, really, I would say, incredible websites that provide a lot of amazing features for free. And then when it comes to things like audio, okay, say for example, you wanted to create more podcast related stuff, or maybe just want to do more audio content, I use things like Audacity. This is a really, I would say, powerful piece of audio software that is free and open source, and it's going to really suit a lot of people's needs. And I would say even some professionals use Audacity as well. And then another huge piece of software that I use practically every day whenever I'm creating content is OBS. This is by far my favorite software for screen recordings, and it could do many other things, including streaming. This is an absolutely incredible piece of software, and it is free. And then the final thing that you might not be thinking about is your operating system. What do you use on your computer every day? For me, my main operating system is Linux Mint. This is a piece of software, operating system. I've been using Linux for more than 10 years. I absolutely love using this, and it's free. And if you still need to use Windows, which I still need to use it for certain things like DaVinci Resolve, well, I could still use Windows in a virtual machine, but I also have a dual boot setup. And of course, I use the free version of Microsoft Windows. And so that's my video today on being a cheap creator and how, honestly, beyond your quote unquote camera, you could get everything else for free. And for 99% of people out there who are just starting out as a creator, this is really all you need and more. And so if you had any thoughts on this or any other software or tools that you use as a creator, be sure to leave it in the comments area below. And if you did want to see more of my videos on being a creator here on YouTube and other platforms, I do have an entire playlist. I'll leave that in the description area below. So as always, if you did get value out of these videos, be sure to share, like, and subscribe. Hey geeks, if you are a brand new creator and you simply want something easy to get you started, well, I got something for you with my Creator Starter Kit. This is a super simple step-by-step guide that's going to take you from having no channel to developing your very first YouTube channel, along with ideas, thumbnail designs, and other creator tips, including marketing. And the best part is, all of this is free. Simply head over to the link below, check out my page, and get started creating.